Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Welcome if you've not been here before. So it's going to be my Shop My Stash, my weekly Shop My Stash. I've already put the Shop My Stash review up, so I'll leave that in the cards here in case you've not checked that out. So this is where I go through all my collection and pull some new products for the week. Apart from eyeshadows, I said in my Shop My Stash review that I've had like a nasty kind of an infection on my eyelids. It's not really an infection, it's just my eyelids became dry when I used some skincare products, which I will talk about that in a separate video. The only thing that I can actually use at the moment is like creams, so I'm going to be pulling some like eyeshadow based creams. Because I'm one of those types of people that absolutely love eyeshadows and can't really go without having some kind of eyeshadows on my eyelids for a week. The cream that I'm using seems to be doing a really good job. The one I got from the pharmacist that I was talking about in the review that I did, it seems to be doing a really good job in moisturising my eyelids, so I'm hoping within a couple of days I'll be able to go back to using eyeshadow powders. So I will be keeping in the Huda Electric Obsessions and the Deuce palette. I don't think it's a Deuce palette. The Juvia's Place palette, I can't remember which one it is, but I'll show you that in a second. Like I said, I don't want the intro to be too long because I don't know how long the video will be. I'm hoping it's not going to be that long, just because the review I did yesterday was quite long, and all I really need to do in this video is talk about what's still in my everyday makeup drawer. I've kept a few products in just because I didn't get use out of them, and yeah, I want to pick some new products really for the week. So let's go along and do that now. Right, so here we are at my little palette organiser. So we've got this one. I was really disappointed that I couldn't use this. It's the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions, and obviously we're coming at the back end of summer now, so we've got about a week left, I guess, so I can use it. I just love those turquoise and purple shades, and that orange at the top is really pretty, so I definitely want to get some use out of this if I can. And then my eye's really itchy. We have the Zulu. I always get mixed up between this one and the Deuce. I've only got two palettes from Juvia's Place, but this one absolutely looks gorgeous, and like I said last week, that middle row is just calling my name. Even if I don't get a chance to use any other eyeshadows but those greens, I would be in heaven. I absolutely love green eyeshadows. So there are two palettes that I definitely want to get use out of this week. I might be pulling a deck of Scarlet as well, but that's about it, just because I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear some eyeshadows that are like powder based. Right, so now we'll look in the drawer. Right, so I've kept the blushes in, as I said in the review. Kept this powder in as well. So the blushes are, just in case you haven't watched that, I'm going to go through it quite quickly though, is Pink Grapefruit and Honeysuckle. So that's them. I really like them. I wore them a couple of times last week. This one always stays in. All it is a palette full of Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I really like them, but they've not had a lot of use, so I do want to start using this a little bit more, and that's why I've kept it in here. This Revolution and Soap palette I do want to use a little bit more, so that's going to stay in. It's just mainly for, let's just sort this camera out, mainly the red tones and some of the golds. I used this quite a bit when I first pulled it a couple of weeks back, but I didn't use like the golds up here. I didn't use like this kind of quad here. I'm using this today, just I want to see if I can actually tolerate the shadow, but my eye's actually feeling quite itchy, so I'm using that along with a cream base, which I'll show you in a minute because I need to pull that. I'm also using this today, this Becca, Chloe and Malika palette is the Malika palette. I've also managed to get the Chloe one, which I'm super impressed with, just because obviously what I've managed to do is get this one and get the Chloe one for the price of one palette, so that's really, really good. This NYX eye pencil in Milk, I'm wearing this today as well. I wear this as a primer. I've been wearing this a little while. Then these here I've not worn at all, so that's why they've stayed in. I've still got this in here, and then that's just shade adjusting drops, and then this stays in there all the time as well. And then that's it, guys. So all we need to do now is pull some new stuff for this week. Right, so this is my little Halloween section. I know we're nowhere near Halloween at the moment, we're not even in October, but I saw them at Poundland and I just thought, how cute are they? And then that as well, the plaque. So yeah, we're getting ready for Halloween, and I want to have them up for a few weeks before I have to take them down. That's why they're there. So I've had a bit of a reorganisation on the desk. So this is where I'll go through it again. So my Colourpop eyeshadows stay on the top. I don't want any of them this time. Then we've got some creams. So let's just take this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few creams. So let's pull the Charlotte Tilbury in Betty, just in case I can't wear eyeshadows. So we'll pull that. That's really nice. I'm wearing this one today. It's giving me like quite smoky eye, which is quite nice, and it's really, really simple, and it looks good as a one and done shade. It's in the shade 606. It just says it's a Cream Crush long lasting eyeshadow. And then I think we'll pull this one in My 2 Cents by Benefit. So that's the only three I'm going to pull there. But I've obviously got one NYX base there and one W7. I don't really need them both, but I'm going to keep them, and I might actually pull one. Let's pull the W7 and use it as a primer. So let's do that. And then we've got these 17 metallics. I'm not going to pull them. And then we've got another Kiko one, which I'm not going to pull either. I don't have too many cream bases. I should get more, really, just for things like this, like when my eyes can't really tolerate eyeshadow. But then I've got quite a lot of things like this. I might pull that. That's like a cream base. So let's pull that. It's the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadow in Stars and Stories. Actually, no, I'm not going to pull it because we've got quite a few there, and there's one over in my drawers that I want to pull as well. But these are all like glitter and glow type eyeshadows, which I really like. Then in this drawer here, we've got a whole array of glitters and also my L'Oreal Colour Infallibles, which I can't fit anywhere else, so I've left them there, and they just fit really, really nicely. I might pull this Ciate Cooling Eyeshadow Slick in the shade, is it Popsicle? Yeah, Popsicle. Let's pull that. It's not really had much use. I want to pull eyebrow pencil, and I tried this a couple of days ago, the Self one, and I really, really like it, so let's pull that one. No, I'm not going to pull any lipsticks, so that is everything out of those drawers, and that's just what we pulled there. So let's go up. I did show this in my review. I just absolutely love this little glass here for my Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks. I think they look really good in it. So let's go and see what foundation we want. Actually, no, primer. I think I'm going to use this. I got this in the Hollywood set by Laura Geller, and I need a hydrating, moisturising makeup primer at the moment, so let's pull this one. Do I want anything else from here? Don't think so. I'm going to pull this as well, just in case I can actually get away with using this. I think this is a matte. Is it not a matte primer? No, it just says Prime Time. I do actually want to pan this, so I'm getting it out of the collection, so I'll pull that one as well. It's a bit extravagant pulling too. I think next time I declutter things, I'm going to declutter this, just because I don't really like it and it's pointless keeping it in the collection. Right, foundations. So I've got one in the bathroom that I used already, but I do want to pull a second foundation. Let's just see. So I used that last week, the Rimmel Wake Me Up. I've used that recently as well. I'm tempted to pull that again. I think we'll just pull this one. This is a luminous one as well, and that's what I need at the moment. I can't really be using matte. It is a little bit dark, but I can use those e.l.f. Shade Adjusting Drops, so we'll use this. And what I'll go and do, I'll go to the bathroom and I'll show you the other foundation. Right, so the other foundation is this Bourjois City Radiance. I really like it, so I'm going to pull this one. What shade is this in? It's in the lighter shade 01 Ivory Rose. So let's pull that. These are all lipsticks. I'm not going to pull anything from there, just because I do the lip edit and I do that separately, and I give you my thoughts on the lipsticks that I've used for the month, which will be coming up soon. So yeah, looking forward to doing that for you guys. Oh, I need to sit down. So these are the drawers where I keep all my makeup in. Right, so let's go to powders. So this is the powder that I wanted to use this week. It's the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I've not used this in such a long time. It's just a translucent powder, I think. I don't need a loose powder, just because I've got that e.l.f. one, so I won't take any more of those powders. I've kind of organised them again in when I need to use them. Like all my e.l.f. ones are back there, not e.l.f. Rimmel ones are back there, and then next time I'll have to pull that one, but I think that's going to get decluttered. In fact, let's pull that now, and because I want to do a declutter really soon, and if I can declutter that in the next couple of videos, I'm going to do an entire declutter on my whole collection. I'm not going to do a great big declutter, just because I've done like mini declutters throughout the year. I've done so much in decluttering my whole collection, but I will be showing you what I'm getting rid of. So, bronzers. I'm sitting on things. That's better. So bronzers, I really don't know if I want to pull a bronzer this week, just because I've got a couple of like face palettes, but I do want to try this. Right, so I think we'll just pull this one, because I do want to try it and see if it still has a place in the collection. Highlighters. Right, so we're back to the point where I've used every single highlighter, and the ones that I didn't like got decluttered, but I'm still on the fence about a couple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them couple that I'm on the fence about, which is this Primark Mermaid Glow. That might be getting decluttered, and this Makeup Geek one in Moon Phase. It's like a duochrome. I don't know if it's really me, and it belongs in the collection, so I want to use that. And then this MUA Strobe and Glow as well. That's the only three really from the collection that I'm on the fence about. And maybe I can declutter them. Blushes, right. Again, I don't really want to pull too many blushes just because I've already got some in there. Which blusher is this? I think I'll pull this Essence Peach Me Up. That looks nice. Which one is this? And I'll pull Berry Me Up. And then I will pull this Anastasia one here. It's the blush trio, and this one is in Peachy Love. I've heard good things about this, so let's pull that. Right, what else? I think I'm going to pull this Rimmel Good to Glow just to see if I like it. I don't think I've used it that many times, so I don't really have an opinion on it. It's in 001 Notting Hill Glow. And then there's a couple of like highlighter sticks here. There's this one, I think this is it, in Rose Glow. I just want to see if I still like it, and if not, I'll declutter it. It's by Natural Collection. The setting spray I've been using is this one by Pixi. I don't know what all the fuss is about this, guys. I don't see my skin being any illuminating than it was before I put this on, but obviously I want to use it all, and I tend to just go through one setting spray at a time. I've only got two in the collection anyway. It's that one and this one. The one good thing I will say about that setting spray by Pixi, it has an awesome spray on it, whereas I've tried this once and this one doesn't. So what I want to do is, when I've finished using the Pixi one, I want to put that setting spray in the Pixi bottle. I think that's it for this drawer. So let's move down. Right, so as you can see, I've got this other Becca, Chloe and Malika palette, but this one is by Chloe. So I'm definitely going to pull that as well. So I'm going to have both of them in. So I can't really pull too many blushes and things. So this is what it looks like. I know for sure that there are some things that I'm going to be getting rid of out of this drawer. So yeah, that's what it's looking like at the moment, but I'm going to be decluttering some things just because it's gotten to the point where there's just too much in the drawer. The other thing I want to pull is this. I've worn it once, and it's the Milk. Let's open it. It's the Milk makeup eye pigment, and it is beautiful, guys. This is the first thing I've used by Milk, and it's in the shade After Party, which isn't showing up on camera. Will it show up? Yeah. So I'm going to keep this little box, so we'll pull this one, put it back in there. Yeah, it's really, really highly pigmented, and if I saw any more of those at TK Maxx, I'd be for sure getting more of them. I wouldn't mind like a really nice bronzy shade. This is more like a pink, kind of like a highlighter shade. Can't get the top on. Right, so they just come in a little tube like that. I don't know if they come in tubes like that normally, but they did in TK Maxx. £4.99 from TK Maxx. I think it's well worth the money, and it should have been £19, which I'm personally, if I saw that on the Milk Makeup website, I don't know if I would pay £19 for it. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think it's worth the regular retail price? I'd love to know what you think about Milk Makeup Cosmetics, and what do you think is worth the money there. I've heard good things about a lot of things from there. Like there's a bronzer, isn't there, and that looks good, but I've not actually got anything else from there. I don't think I'm going to be pulling anything from here. Yeah, if I do need to pull anything, I'll tell you about it next week, but I don't think I do, because I might not even be able to wear eyeshadows. What I did want to pull is this. This is where I keep all like my eyeshadow crayons, and I wanted to pull this Too Faced bulletproof shadow liner. So yeah, we'll pull that. It's in the shade Purple Rain. Don't know if that's going to show up, but that's in the shade Purple Rain. Is there any more? I know I have got a couple here from Too Faced. I've got a black one, but I don't really want to use that. No, I think I'm just going to leave it, because I don't know what's going to aggravate my eyes and what's not. So we'll just leave that drawer as it is. Oh, we're on the bottom drawer already. I'm not pulling a lot from these drawers, so this is where all like my bigger eyeshadow palette drawer is, and I do want to work on this section soon, probably next week, but I am going to be pulling this Deck of Scarlet one, just to see if I want to keep it in the collection. I did some swatches on it before, and it is a pretty palette. I'm not going to be using the lip glosses because powders have seeped into it, but I do really like the gold in Gold Digger, and even Luna's nice, and then the bronzer, so I do want to test this out. Maybe I'll do a look with it on camera. But yeah, we'll pull that, and then that is the entire collection that we will be pulling this week. I'm going to be putting it all in a drawer, in my everyday makeup drawer, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Right, so we've only added one palette to my palettes for the week. So obviously we've got the Huda Electric Obsessions, the Zulu by Juvia's, which is at the back there, was in from last week, which I never got around to using. And then we've added this Deck of Scarlet edition number 5 in. See if you can see that. Yeah, so we've added that to have a little play with for at least one of the days, as long as I can wear eyeshadow again. So that's that. Right, so then I'll show you the drawer. It is looking pretty darn full again. So let's go over to the blushes. So we'll start there first, like always. So we've got this e.l.f. powder, which I'm going to put somewhere else. 2 blushes from Essence. So we've got the Matte Blush Touch in 20 Berry Me Up. Then we've got this one in Peach Me Up. That's in 10. Then the Laura Geller ones, that's in Honeysuckle. This one is in Pink Grapefruit. Then we've got this Anastasia one, which is just beautiful. I'm going to open that one up. Right, so that's what the Anastasia one looks like. So pretty. It reminds me of the Alamar ones that I've seen going around. This one is in the shade Peachy Love. Really pretty. I can't wait to use that. I've not used it yet. So that's all the blushes. Right, so the next pot along is this Prime Time, why can't I think? Prime Time Primer. I think it was because it was called primer. It only took me a few seconds to tell you it was a primer. So yeah, I'm going to try and use more of that. I'm going to be using this as well, just to brighten up certain eyeshadows, if I can actually use eyeshadows. That's really nice. This is just always in here, just in case I need it. I want to use this highlighter by Natural Collection. I'm going to show it you. Part of me thinks it's quite old, and I just want to see if it's still alright to use. If not, I'll just declutter it. I also want to use this Too Faced Bulletproof Purple Eyeliner in Purple Rain. It's really, really pretty. I want to use this e.l.f. brow pencil in, does it? I don't know if it tells me the shade. Neutral brown. You're not going to see that, it's such small writing. I'll be using this again. This is the Becca Opal highlighter. So that's everything in that little section. And then what I've done, if I can't actually wear creams, sorry, if I can't wear eyeshadows, I'm going to be wearing creams all week. So I pulled this for a base anyway, W7 Get Set eyeshadow base, just to see. Why does it say a tester on it? That's odd, because I got it from eBay or Amazon or something like that, and they've sent me a tester. Very, very bizarre. And I've only just noticed that now, and I've had it in my collection ages. So I just want to see if I want to keep that in the collection or declutter it. It doesn't matter if I want to declutter it, because I've got a NYX one, and the NYX one should be a little bit better. I pulled this Benefit, what is it, My 2 Cents. It came out of a set, that, and it's quite nice. Wearing this today, this Kiko, it's in the shade 06, so I pulled that as well. I wore this one yesterday, which is really, really nice. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise in Bet. I pulled this one as well. So it's the Ciate Cooling Eyeshadow Slick in Popsicle. And it looks quite similar to this one. I'm gonna do a comparison and see if they are similar. I'll leave that there. Right, and then I'm gonna continue to use this setting spray. At the moment, I don't really like it, and I've used a quite big chunk of it. I don't think I would buy it again, and I don't think I would pay full price. I'm just glad I didn't pay full price for it. I paid £8 for it from Boots, but yeah, that's in there anyway. We've got the Revolution Soap, that's still staying in there. My Makeup Geek shadows will stay in here. Then we've got the two palettes by Becca and Malika. This one's Malika's, that one's Chloe's. So it's by Becca, Chloe and Malika, excuse me. So yeah, this one's Malika's, that one's Chloe's. I do want to try this for at least a day and see if I can declutter it. Because I do want to declutter quite a few things, just to make more room, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of room in the collection for certain categories. I pulled this Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. Really, really like that. I've just remembered I should have pulled something else, so once I've spoke about this, I'll show you what it is. I pulled this one as well, Essence Oz Great Powerful. It does say it's a highlighter, but it's completely matte, and it works better as like a face powder. I think it's too dark though. I will try it, but I'm probably going to end up decluttering it. Then we've got the foundations. So we've got the Bourjois City Radiant, which is what I'm wearing today, and it just gives you that really, really nice luminescent look and is very moisturising. So yeah, I need foundations like this at the moment. So we pulled that one. We pulled the Maybelline Luminous and Smooth in 115. I've also pulled the Rimmel Good to Glow So we pulled a lot of hydrating smoothing products this week, and then I pulled this. I've not really used this. I've used it once, maybe twice since I bought it, and I want to get more use out of it, so we'll use that. And then I've got this, so I don't know if I'm going to be using it, but it's there anyway, just because I'm pulling another product. So we've got this. I'm really going to try and use this week. Then we've got the highlighters that I'm not sure about, so we need to pull these. This one, like I said earlier, is in Moon Phase. This one is in Mermaid Glow. They're just really sparkly, and Moon Phase is like a duochrome, and I don't think it's really me. And this one is like got chunks of glitter in it. One of the sections is like kind of a glittery highlighter, and then the other section is powder to mattify it. So that's everything there. So that's what we're looking like so far. I'm just going to take you over and show you what it is that I'm going to be pulling. Yeah, it was in this drawer. So I actually wore it today and I like the look of it. So it's this one, Beyond Radiance. So that's the only thing we're going to be pulling out of this drawer. Take this back to the desk. Right, if you don't know what it looks like, I will show you now. The only thing I've worn out of this today is this kind of white powder under my eyes, and it really brightens your eyes up. So it looks like that. These powders, guys, are really similar to the Hourglass powders. Now, if you don't want to pay the Hourglass price tag, but you do actually want to try them out, I would recommend you getting one of these palettes first. Revolution did a really good job with it. This one is the second one that they brought out, Beyond Radiance. The first one is Radiance, and that's really nice too. That's the Radiance one is more like in comparison to the Ambient Lighting palette one I'm panning at the moment. So yeah, it really is a good palette. So yeah, this is everything. I'm gonna put that back. I had all the other eyeshadows here. No, it was here. I had all the other eyeshadows like this here, but I had to put them away to make room for these. So I'm gonna put that back because I'll probably want to use that. I need to find. I'll put that there for the time being. A lot of these items are going to go in the bathroom, just so I can do my makeup tomorrow. So yeah, this is what we're looking like. So I'm really looking forward to using the makeup for the coming week. There is a lot here, but I am testing a lot of products out as well. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and if you've not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.